It's Madden NFL 24. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Denver Broncos and the Detroit Lions. And it comes your way next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Detroit Lions. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, these Detroit Lions, they won over a lot of people with the way they played under Dan Campbell last year. They started 1-6. Found their stride, won 8 of their last 10 games, and nearly got into the playoffs.
And when you think back to how they almost got in, that final Sunday night going to Lambeau Field and beating the Packers, that tells you about the culture that's already been established there. All you need now is to watch this team continue to play. They're going to contend, I believe, in this season.
And then for our visitors, the Broncos, 5-12 was their record last year, one of the bigger underperforming teams in the league. Injuries to guys like Javonte Williams certainly hurt, but what do you think they need to do, Charles, to turn it around?
They need to build a more cohesive offensive line. They've struggled in that spot for the last couple of seasons, and a defense that's often very good has to tackle better in the open field.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. In season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Out of the gun, Goff. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Here's Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
On first down, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On second down, Montgomery. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
From the gun, here's Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said forget about it.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Previous play is under review.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So an early challenge, and you know that those coaches hate to use those red flags too early, but this one turns out to be successful. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his 2nd season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Play action. Now Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Dancing away at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they would. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Reynolds, 64 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They go play action now. Wilson. Here's a diving catch right side. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, 30 yards. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And now the rookie's free. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Here's Goff. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep for Denver, the rookie Marvin Mims.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Wilson.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. that might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's ride, dog. Let us get to it. Here we go. Let's do it.
Second and a couple. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. In the first half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Here's Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as he'll get this up past the 40. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Now Wilson. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's Riley Dixon now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now Goff. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll go with a rookie from Alabama. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Goff on 3rd down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 6.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the 1st down.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reynolds. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alex Singleton making the play defensively. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. That's to the tight end, Laporta. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Still fighting for more. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Lions get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on that defensive side of the ball.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Denver's offense ready to go again. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he checks this one down to Williams.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st down, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught at the 10-yard line.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
Here we go. First and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Touchdown! Javonte Williams from 10 yards out. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Here's Wilson. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Going up the gut, Montgomery. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Shifts by at the 15. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other, and they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.